Let's start with the days of the week. Lunes, martes, lunes, martes, miércoles, miércoles, jueves y viernes, jueves y viernes, sábado, domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves y viernes, sábado, domingo, lunes, martes, lunes, martes, miércoles, miércoles, jueves y viernes, sábado, domingo. Good morning, Paul. You say perfect timing. I was rushing to try to get out here. I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't done my splash of Spanish. I got a review. And I was kind of beating up on myself. So this morning, I really wanted to try to review some Spanish days of the week, and I need, um, quiero, necesito. I think I pretty much have that. I think so. You just filled up your bottle, your water, your water bottle. I have got to start drinking more water. I've been working on it. I've been working on it. And what I did was I went and got me one of those big glass containers because they was like try to drink more out of glass or I forgot, copper. So I'm trying. I used to be such a Coke drinker that it was ridiculous. I would wake up in the morning and feel like I had to have a Coke. But I've gotten better. So yeah. Lunes, martes, lunes, martes, miércoles, miércoles, jueves y viernes, sábado, domingo. And sometimes the planes stay steady a little bit over my home because they have to wait until they're given the okay to land. So that's why it lingers sometimes. But we'll see them since. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, is that plane just sitting there? And my kids be like, avion, avion. Yeah, yesterday it was a lot of planes yesterday. I was thinking, like, is it because it's Friday? But whatever. Um, I see a spider. But so we was doing the days of the week, and I also wanted to cover the rooms in the house, which always gets me kind of stuck. Oh, we have someone new coming in. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Good morning, welcome, bienvenidos. We are just reviewing a little Spanish today. I need to review my Spanish because if I don't use it, I lose it. I start making subtle mistakes, and people are quick to point out your mistakes, okay? No one ever looks at the fact that you just said tons in your target language. They're going to find that one thing you didn't say right, and they're going to point it out. Trust me. Trust me. So, um, when I went through my chemo and everything, I forgot a lot of little basic little things in Spanish, and I forgot a lot of my French. So that's why I decided to start sharing my journey of me trying to learn. Paul is speaking. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Today is Saturday. Hoy es sábado. Hoy es sábado. You don't know French? You know what? French for me came a little bit easier after I learned Spanish. When I tried to learn French first, that's when it was really, really hard for me. But when I learned Spanish first, then some of the words sounded a little familiar in French, so it got a little bit better. Yes, today is sábado. Hoy es sábado. We're going to start trying to say phrases. I've gotten to the point where now I try to always do the chunks, the phrases. So we're gonna say today is Saturday. Hoy es sábado. That's right. Hoy es sábado. Today is Saturday. Hoy es sábado. And I wanted to go over the rooms in the house like I did yesterday for German, but I wanted to try in Spanish because some of the words are a little bit different depending on where you're studying from. Because in some of my books, some of the words for the rooms are different. So, the bedroom, el dormitorio, 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 the bedroom, el dormitorio. And let me see. Let me pull my little. So I know dormitorio, el baño, cocina, la sala. Um, I know a few. So this book right here. Good morning, Associated Minister Terry Jones. How have you been? How have you been? I hope all is well with you. Thank you, Minister Terry Jones. So, I wanted to show you guys that this book right here is a big help to me. The Oxford Picture Dictionary. And the reason why I like this book, let me see if I can see an example. Because sometimes there's more than one words that can mean the same thing. Look, now that I say that, now I can't find an example. Perfect. But yeah, it may be something that you could say two different ways and it will have it in here. Not all the time, but most of the time. Now I can't find it, but whatever. I know one that's perfect. And I still have cards in here. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I used to be so into trying to learn my Spanish. I still have cards in here from when I was. Mi nombre es Paul. Mi nombre es René y hoy es sábado. Yo estudiar mi español contigo, pero mi español es no perfecto, es, es no bueno. Mi español es no bueno, pero hablo un poquito y entiendo mucho. I understand, I speak a little, but I understand a lot, and that's why, um, now I'm trying to work on that. Me speaking more in phrases and chunks, and me trying to use it as much as I can. Buenos dias, Kenneth Wickerson. Welcome in. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. So, um, this book right here, has been a lifesaver for me, you guys. So, like, these are the days of the week that we have been going over. But the reason why I always start at Monday is because if you look at a calendar, like a Hispanic calendar, it's always going to start on Monday. And I don't know why, but in this book, it always starts on Sunday. But every time I buy one of those magazines, that's another thing that I do. I buy the little well, not buy, but the little free magazines they have in the bodega, in the like little Mexican shops where they sell all the trinkets and everything. They always have these little papers in the front, Get you one, grab you one, and just read through it. That's what I do. And every time I get one of those, I've noticed that they always start with Monday. So that's why I like when people teach the days of the week starting with Monday, because that's how they started. Paul is speaking to you, Kenneth. He's saying, Paul is saying buenos dias. So we're gonna start with the bedroom, dormitorio, el dormitorio. And I wonder if they have it in here. Let's go to the house. Dormitorio, baño, dining room is el comido, el comido. We'll look it up. And the kitchen, la cocina, la cocina, the living room, la sala, la sala. I think those are all the words we went over yesterday in German. Bedroom, dormitorio, bathroom, el baño. Let me not forget to say el or la. El dormitorio, el baño, el comedor, comedor. I tried turning it on mirror mode and it won't do it on this phone. The last phone that I had, it would do it, but for some reason this phone will not do it unless I literally turn the camera around. So I'm sorry about that. I know. Every time I try to show something is backwards. I'm so sorry. But I tried doing the reverse cam and it wouldn't do it. The old phone that I had when I used to do my old videos in the kitchen, dancing and everything, that one I could just click a button, click the little reverse, and it'll do it right. But this one, it won't do it. So, let's see. Comedor, dining room, living room, la sala. What's the, we did another room because we had like 7. Office. La oficina de casa. So the office in the house, or the office of the house. La oficina de casa. La oficina de casa. Now that you told me that, Minister Terry Jones, you know what? I kind of don't want to show the book no more because it's like defeats the purpose if everything is backwards. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm going to get a better phone. So in this book, like I was saying, they have both ways that you could say it. Like it has the medicine cabinet, and then it says el gabinete, el gabinete de baño y el botiquín. Botiquín. So that's the medicine cabinet 2 different ways. So that's why I like this book, because some people will say, well, you're not saying this right, you're not saying this right, and then I find out later that they're speaking Spain Spanish and I'm speaking Mexican Spanish. So that's something that I'm still learning, the difference. Something we probably been saying in our house for a long time is probably not the same way other people would say it. Hello, Candy K, all day. I love your channel, Candy K. I love your channel. So like for instance, when I was working at a daycare, I would tell the kids, espera, in the hallway, espera, espera, and I'm telling them to wait. And then I found out later that one of the other teachers there, she was saying, it's like espere, espere. So we were saying wait, but we were saying it 2 different ways, and we found out later, okay, this is why. Because it's from 2 different areas. Espera, espera. Both of us say the color brown differently. So, yeah, I'm still working on that. The Spanish that we speak in our house is Mexican Spanish. And when I meet other people that speak Spanish, some of their words are a little different and I get stuck. It makes me not want to practice anymore because I'm like, I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to say the wrong thing. But some people are very understanding and they'll just let you know, like, no, 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 this way, and they'll tell you the right way. Some people get so caught up in the whole competition thing where they'll just start trying to speak all Spanish so fast and everything because they want to prove to you that they know Spanish and stuff like that. And me personally, I'm like, más despacio, por favor. Mi español es no bien. Más despacio, slow it down. So, welcome in, welcome in. Bienvenidos. So, when I'm learning a language, I try to do everything in that target language, and sometimes I get a little caught up because of the difference. Because some words may be different in other um, parts of the world. So when I'm listening to Spanish music, I can tell sometimes where the music comes from because I hear those key words and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is more of a Cuban or this is more of Puerto Rican. And you just hear different words and you catch on. So I don't know if all the rooms in the house that I'm going over are going to be accurate to some people, but it's accurate to us, if that makes any sense. So, like, my daughter is speaking Spanish, but she's learning different um, vernacular or whatever. I don't know exactly how you would say it, but she's learning how to say lunch differently. In our house, we just say lunchy, lunchy. And she's learning a different word for lunch. Good morning, Tara J. Buenos dias, buenos dias. So we're going over the rooms in the house, and I'm going to try it again. And hopefully, I'm learning. I'm in the process of learning. Hopefully, I can get a little faster and add something to it. So the bedroom, el dormitorio, el dormitorio. I try to say my T a little instead of t. Like it just sounds more like my family the way they say it. So if I say dormitorio, it sounds like I'm trying. But if I say dormitorio, then it sounds like it's rolling off the tongue. Like it's a little bit easier to say. Dormitorio. El dormitorio. So I try to pronounce my T with the dormitorio. El dormitorio. El dormitorio. Bathroom. El baño. El baño. I try to make sure I give that in that little nya, nya. Baño. El baño. El baño. What else? Comedor. El comedor. That's the dining room. Buenos dias. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. So, dining room, el comedor. And I'm trying to think, like, because that's where we eat. So I think of eating like comedor. It's the dining room. It's where we eat. Comedor. El comedor. I'm trying to think of the house, the spaces in my house while I'm saying it. That's what I'm doing. So we're gonna start again from the bedroom. El dormitorio. El dormitorio. El dormitorio. The bathroom. El baño. El baño. The dining room. El comedor. El comedor. The living room. La sala. La sala. La sala. The kitchen. La cocina. La cocina. Thanks, RJ. It's okay. It's okay. Tell mom I said hi and thank you for all the prayers. Tell your family I said thank you. I will never forget when y'all was out there, y'all was having family time and you let them know what my situation was and they wanted to pray for me. Thank you. Gracias. Mucho gracias. Um I don't know if you remember that, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Thank you. Um the kitchen, cocina. La cocina. La cocina. So let's see. We learned how to say I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando. And the way I remember estoy and soy is if it's temporary, add the T. If it's temporary, add the T. Estoy is for something that's temporary, that you're only doing for the moment or you only have for the moment. So estoy limpiando. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando. But if I want to say something that's permanent, like I'm a tall person in some people's world, but that's something that is permanent. That's something that I am what I am. So that would be soy. Does that make any sense? Estoy with the T is temporary. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. And you don't have a T when it's permanent. So, estoy limpiando. I'm cleaning el baño. Estoy limpiando el baño. Estoy limpiando el dormitorio. Estoy limpiando la cocina. Estoy limpiando la sala. I'm cleaning the bedroom. I'm cleaning the bathroom. I'm cleaning the kitchen. That's why I like to learn in chunks. I like to break it down and learn the words and then put it together and then try to say it together so it can roll off the tongue. That's just how I try to learn. Everybody's different. So, since I'm always at home, it's very important for me to learn how to say what I'm doing. Um, so, like I said, anything you're doing that's temporary, you're just doing it for the moment. Not gonna be no more than a few months. Estoy. Estoy, and the word for cleaning, limpiando. Limpiando. Estoy limpiando. I wonder how I would say I was cleaning. Estaba. Estaba limpiando. I was cleaning. Estaba limpiando. Estaba limpiando. So I want to say I'm cleaning and then say the different rooms in the house. Let's try this. Let's go. And we're going to add on estoy limpiando to all the rooms. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the bedroom. El dormitorio. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the bathroom. El baño. El baño. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the dining room. El comido. El comedor. El comedor. El comedor. Estoy limpiando el comedor. Okay. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the kitchen. La cocina. Estoy limpiando la cocina. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the living room. La sala. Estoy limpiando la sala. I'm cleaning. Estoy limpiando the office. La oficina de casa. How did I do? and and you know what? When I finally realized that, I was able to say more. When I finally realized, like, oh, the T in estoy is for when it's temporary. Once I caught that, it was on and popping. I was like, okay, I know something now. Now I know how to put something together, because if it's temporary, it has the T in it. Estoy, estoy, estoy. Everything that is temporary is estoy. Who knew? Everybody but me. So this week I'm going to continue going over my German on live. However, throughout the day, y'all know how I do it, I will be reviewing my rooms in the house, both in Spanish and German. And during the weekends, I go over my Spanish a little bit more, because I feel like I'm losing it. I feel like I'm just making subtle mistakes, and it doesn't bother some native speakers, but I think it bothers other language learners. I think it bothers people who are in that whole, it's one group of language learners that do the whole, I, I bet you I can learn this language in 7 days, and they do this whole thing. That's not me. That's not me. I do it because it's fun, and I do it because I enjoy learning new things, and it makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I really did it. I set a goal. I stayed with it. I practiced every day, and I actually learned something. That's more of the way I see language learning. Um, it's a hobby of mine. I I enjoy learning things, and later being able to say, "Oh, I know how to say that. I I can say that." So that's why I practice throughout the day, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be able to walk through the house and point out certain things and be able to say it in another language. How how nice is that, Especially for someone who has had meningitis. I had meningitis and I had leukemia, and it really messed with my brain. So for anybody that has gone through something that deals with you mentally, and it messes with you being more aware and you being able to speak, good morning, sweet Ree. Then you will understand how rewarding it is to be able to learn something and accomplish something. So that is why I love studying languages, because it feels good to be able to say, I survived meningitis, I survived vertigo, I survived leukemia, and I can speak another language, let alone being able to just speak at all, because meningitis really tried to take that from me. Being able to speak correctly and being able to like pick things up myself. So hey, I'm glad y'all are joining me on this little road that I'm going on. We're gonna go over it one more time, and then I'm gonna head out, because I need to get my family squared away for this Saturday morning. It is the Sabbath. So on today we take this time, well, myself and a few of my kids who have decided to um, observe the Sabbath, we take this day to read and to study and to um, celebrate with family, the Most High. So, with that being said, we're going to go over the rooms of the house one more time, and we are also going to add on, I am cleaning. I am cleaning. Estoy limpiando. We're going to say, I am cleaning and we're going to say the room. So we're going to start with the bedroom. The bedroom is el dormitorio. Estoy Estoy limpiando el dormitorio. Estoy limpiando el dormitorio. I'm cleaning the bathroom. Estoy limpiando el baño. Estoy limpiando el baño. I'm cleaning the dining room. Estoy limpiando comedor. I'm going to have a problem saying it. Comedor. Estoy limpiando comedor. I'm cleaning the kitchen. Estoy limpiando la cocina. Estoy limpiando la cocina. I'm cleaning the living room. Estoy limpiando la sala. Estoy limpiando la sala. Estoy limpiando la sala. Because I'm always cleaning the living room. I have toddler babies. Estoy limpiando la sala. And I hope you're joining me, Sweet Ree. She said that's awesome. And the office. La oficina de casa. The office of the house. La oficina de casa. Estoy limpiando la oficina de casa. La oficina de casa. So I think that's all the rooms. Well, we'll go over like the laundry room and stuff like that later. But right now, I really want us to get in the habit of, well, I want to get in the habit. I got to speak for myself. I want to get back in the habit of being able to speak more en español porque yo entiendo todos. I understand everything. My mother-in-law, she could talk to me and I understand everything she's saying. But when it comes back to responding to her, I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So, so I got to work on speaking, and I have to work on letting it just come on out and stop second guessing myself. Stop beating myself up, trying to make sure it's perfect. I want to just start speaking and then correct as I go. That's what I'm gonna do, because if I keep procrastinating on speaking, or if I keep on like setting myself back, then it's never gonna come. It's never gonna come. So, practicar, practicar, practice, practice, practicar, 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 practice, practice, practicar. I love adding music with everything too. Like with my toddlers, I've been working on them with the parts of the face. So I say ojos, ojos, nariz, nariz, boca, boca, lengua. So that's a little song I made up to work with my babies. And I think if I continue to work on the rooms in the house, maybe I can come up with a little something something with that. But yes, practice is good. Practice, practice, practice. Practicar, practicar, practicar. Because if I don't practice myself, I'm still gonna stay stuck in the same. I'm still just gonna stay stuck with just being able to understand and listen and not be able to respond. I want to be able to respond, and I want to respond with confidence. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to respond with confidence, because if someone is always critiquing me and always bypass what all I have accomplished and just keep picking out the little subtle things, it makes me back up. It makes me want to say, you know what, never mind. And to be quite honest, I get it more with Spanish than I do with German. With German, I get corrected in a different way. I get corrected in a more subtle, more like, say it this time, next time. Let me hear you say it. You know, like that. But with Spanish, it's more like a competitive type of deal where people be like, you didn't even say that. See, you don't know Spanish because you didn't add the I on the end. You're like, what? So I just said all of that, and you picked out one word that I didn't say right. Are you serious? So I'm going to keep practicing and I'm going to build my confidence. And I understand that by me putting this out there like that, it's opening me up to more criticism. But it's okay in some cases because some people genuinely just correct me out of love. Some people genuinely just, be like, well, we said it this way or whatever. But some people just are downright nasty. So, with that being said, with the German, it's a little bit different because some people feel like I shouldn't learn German because of my race. And yeah, with Spanish, it's more like a competition. Like people feel like they want to beat you to the punch. They want to know more Spanish than you. So it's a little crazy, but that's all right. I'm going to be all right because I know why I'm doing this. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming in and joining me while I practice my Spanish this morning with my tea. I have burdock root tea this morning, which smells amazing. Thank you guys for watching me fumble through my lesson. Thank you. I'll keep trying. Thank you for watching me fumble and make mistakes here and there. And we are going to grow together with whatever you are trying to do, whatever goals you have set. Just keep going. Just keep going. So y'all know how I do it. Until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.